So let's see about evolution. Okay. So what is evolution? So the evolutionary biology. In this you are going to see the origin of life, evolution of life forms, a theory. What are the evidences of evolution? When fossils. So, and what is adaptive radiation, biological evolution, mechanism of evolution, Hardy-Weinberg principle, which is p square plus q square plus 2pq, and a brief account of evolution and origin of evolution of man. You are going to see regarding cargo man, and we have the Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo sapiens, these things. So, evolutionary biology is going to study the history of life forms on Earth. What exactly is evolution? To understand the changes in flora and fauna that have occurred millions of years on Earth. So, usually we will be writing it as MYA, millions years ago. We must have understanding of the context of origin of life, how the life is originated, evolution of earth, of stars, indeed of universe itself, how everything, the earth is formed on the earth, how the life is originated, all these things. What follows is the longest of all the constructed and conjectory stories. So let's see, usually first earth is formed, later the life is originated. So this is the story of origin of life and evolution of life forms and biodiversity on a planet on earth. How the life is originated, how the evolution is seen, and what is biodiversity of planet earth in context to evolution of earth against the background of evolution of universe itself. So obviously if universe got evolved, then later on earth is also evolved. Origin of life. So here, what are the things we have to remember? When we look at stars on a clear night sky, we are in a way looking back in time, because when we are looking already, so the light what we see, so the light that is coming to the earth is already started priorly from the stars. So that's why we are looking into the future. Stellar distances, means distance between the stars, is measured in light years. So what we see today is an object whose emitted light started its journey millions of years back and from trillions of kilometers away. Millions of years back itself, the light journey got started, and trillions of kilometers it was there and reaching our eyes now. However, when we see objects in our immediate surroundings, we see them instantly and hence in a present time. Therefore, when we see stars, we apparently are peeking into the past. The origin of life is considered a unique event in the history of universe. So, origin of life is a unique event. Nowhere on the planet you have the life except on the earth. So, the universe is vast. Relatively speaking, the earth itself is almost a speck. Itself is almost a speck. So the universe is very old, almost 20 billion years old. Universe is 20 billion years old ago. Remember this thing, universe. You have to remember this. This is 20 billion years ago. Huge clusters of galaxies comprises the universe. In one universe, you have many galaxies. Galaxies means it contains stars, clouds of gas and dust. So considering the size of universe, Earth is indeed a speck. We have to remember Big Bang theory attempts to explain us the origin of universe. So let's talk about the singular huge explosion of unimaginable in physical terms. The universe expanded, hence the temperature came down. Hydrogen, helium formed sometimes or later. The gases condensed under gravitation and formed the galaxies of the present day universe. Okay, so in solar system of the Milky Way galaxy. So solar system is a kind of Milky Way galaxy. In the universe we have like galaxies, many galaxies. Earth was supposed to be formed 4.5 billion years ago. Universe was 20 billion years ago. Earth. Earth is formed 4.5 billion years ago. There is no atmosphere early on Earth. Water vapor, methane, and H2O, CH4, carbon dioxide, and ammonia, NH4. So we have CH4, NH4, CO2, H2O. So it's released from molten masses covering the surface. So from the molten masses, methane, ammonia, carbon dioxide and water vapor. The UV rays from the sun broken down the water into hydrogen and water. So the UV rays H2 and O2. And the lighter H2 escaped. This H2 escaped. Oxygen combined with ammonia. So oxygen is combined with ammonia and methane to form water, carbon dioxide to form H2O, CO2. Here also H2O, now the ozone layer are formed. The ozone layer, as it cooled down, the water vapor fell as rain. So ozone layer is formed, O3. And as it cooled down, the water vapor fell as rain to all the depressions and formed oceans. So life was appeared 500 million years ago. So 500 life 500 million years ago after formation of Earth. So it is 400 billion years ago. Almost 4 billion years ago, which means. So did you know, did life comes from outer space? Some scientists believe that it came from outside. Early Greek thinkers, they thought units of light like spores, they transferred to different planets including Earth. So panspermia is still the favorite idea for some astronomers. For a long time it was also believed that life came out from decaying and rotting matter like straw, mud, etc. This was the theory of spontaneous generation. Panspermia 1, spontaneous generation. Louis Pasteur, by carefully experimenting, demands life is came from only from pre-existing life. He showed that pre-sterile flax life did not come from killed yeast, while in another flax open to air, new living organisms arose from killed yeast. Spontaneous generation theory is dismissed once for all. However, this does not answer however the first life comes from, how the first life come on Earth. So next, so they have conducted an experiment. So that experiment, Oparin of Russia and Haldane of England proposed that first forms of life could have come from pre-existing non-living organic molecules such as RNA and protein, and that formation of life was preceded by chemical evolution. So formation of diverse organic molecules from inorganic constituents. The condition on Earth was high temperature, volcanic storms reducing the atmospheric containing methane, ammonia, etc. So in 1953, S.L. Miller S.L. Miller, an American scientist, created a similar conditions in laboratory scale. He created an electric discharge in closed flask containing hydrogen gas, methane, and ammonia. So, and water vapor also. At 800 degrees Celsius, he observed the formation of amino acids. In similar experiments, others observed formation of sugars, nitrogenous bases, pigments, and fats. Analysis of meteorite content also revealed the similar compounds, indicating that the processes are occurring elsewhere in space. So, with this limited evidence, the first part of conjecture story, that is the chemical evolution, are more or less accepted. We have no idea about how the first self-replicating metabolic capsule life arose. The first non-cellular forms of life could have originated some 3 billion years ago. So they would have been a giant molecule. RNA, protein, polysaccharide, etc. These capsules reproduce their molecules. Perhaps the first form of life did not possibly originated till about 2000 million years ago. This was probably a single cells. All the life forms were in the water environment only. This version of a biogenesis, that is the first form of life, arises slowly through evolutionary forces from non-living molecules, is accepted by majority. However, once formed, how the first cellular forms of life could have evolved into complex biodiversity of today is the fascinating story that will be discussed below. Right? This is all about evolution, and this is the Miller experiment. In the Miller experiment, we have methane, ammonia, H2O and H2O and H2. And the electric discharge. With electric discharge, so we are cooling down water out and water in and water out. So this is the condenser. Now with the water droplets containing organic compounds. And again with the boiling water we are supplying the heat. And this is Miller's experiment. And Oparin and Haldane is the one, they gave the idea of chemical evolution. Spontaneous evolution was disproved by Louis Pasteur. And we have panspermia, spontaneous evolution, organic evolution, so that's it. Thank you.